Good evening from Carson Park in Eau Claire. It is day 2, the 29th annual River City Classic American Legion 19 and under baseball tournament. And we'll wrap up the day 2 schedule with a matchup between Post 54 from Marshfield and Post 53 from Eau Claire. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined up here in the broadcast booth by former Eau Claire Memorial head coach Dave Sparger. And Sparg's a key game tonight. You know, Marshfield, they've won 2 games in this tournament. They are now 18-2 on the season. Eau Claire won last night. Nice win over De Pere, 7-2. But lost 10-9 earlier today to Green Bay. So they are 1-1. So if they have any hopes of winning the title in this River City tournament, they absolutely have to win tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a do or die right now for Eau Claire. But I'll tell you what, Marshfield's in the driver's seat. Like you said, they're the only team that hasn't lost one. They're sitting at 2-0 and have really looked impressive, especially offensively. They put up 10 runs in their first game, and they came back with another 7 today. So they are offensively look very well. So it'll be interesting tonight to see if the Eau Claire team can slow them down a little bit.
Today's games have been very competitive. It was Marshfield beating Winona 7-6 on a walk-off. Green Bay edging Eau Claire 10-9. Eau Claire left bases loaded. In fact, it was bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 7. They couldn't come up with the key hit. And then it was De Pere edging Winona 5-4. De Pere then led Green Bay 1-0 into the 7th when De Pere put up a 6-spot, wound up winning that one 7-0. So we expect another close one here today. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza has been a family tradition for almost 30 years. For the best sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's. Conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. Eau Claire will have A.J. Zadowski on the mound. Zadowski, recent graduate of Menominee High School, is on his way to play baseball at UW-Eau Claire. Jack Harris from Memorial will be his catcher. At first base, Paxton Bush from Eau Claire North. Owen Welch is the second baseman. He's out of Menominee. Harry Haas, Eau Claire Regis, will play third base. Blake Buer, Eau Claire Memorial at short. Outfield, Ty Fjellstad in left. He's from Levis-Strum. Grant Locken in center. Eau Claire Memorial. Aiden Pankratz in right field for Eau Claire. He's out of North High School. The Marshfield batting order looks like this. Leading off and playing right field, Jacob Sadowska. Batting second is the shortstop, Logan Zickert. Batting third is the center fielder, Dawson Luther. Chase Robinson, the third baseman, bats in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Aiden Gilbertson. Nate Richardson will play second base and bats sixth. Matt Konechny, we saw him on the mound last night. He's behind the plate tonight, batting seventh. Bryce Shoddy will bat eighth. He is the DH tonight. Peyton Weinfurter batting ninth and playing left field. Blake Rabb, who is the leadoff hitter in last night's Marshfield game, is on the mound tonight and not in the initial hitting lineup. Sparks, we were talking a little bit about A.J. Zadowski and Owen Welch last night, the fact that we saw both those guys getting playing time on the Menominee varsity when they were freshmen. And each and every year you could see the progression as those guys got bigger and stronger and more adept at playing at the varsity level. And boy, Zadowski, he's got the full arsenal of pitches.
Yeah, he sure does. He had just an outstanding career over there at the Menominee High School. He was just, a kid, like you said, you just kind of watched him as a sophomore pitching in the big rivers. And even as a sophomore, he carried himself so well. And you're like, boy, I can't wait to see what he does. And sure enough, his junior and senior year, he led Menominee. And again, made them a threat this past season to be part of the Big Rivers Conference title. They were challenging there for a while. So again, A.J. Zadowski, he's a pitcher, folks. He's not a guy that's just going to rear back and throw. He's going to work in and out, mix his pitches, and he's just fun to watch.
Eau Claire, in its loss earlier today to Winona, fell behind 6-0. And you and I were both talking to some of the folks from the Eau Claire side and just said that they did not play good baseball in that one. They kind of kicked it around a little bit, and Green Bay made them pay.
Yeah, that's the key, right? They kicked it around very poor defensively. Like you said, they fell down 6-0, and then all of a sudden Coach Faunus had a little powwow with them to say, listen, we got to fix this if we're going to have any chance. And sure enough, they came back to take the lead and ended up losing late. But that's the key tonight. If you're going to ask me about a key to this game, you've got to keep Marshfield off the bases. They run. They'll steal bases. They'll take the extra base. So the defense has to be solid. Zadowski has to throw strikes.
Zadowski pitching to Sadowska. Comebacker Zadowski over to first for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, that's a good way to start.
Batting second, number 10, shortstop Logan Zickert.
Here's Logan Zickert playing shortstop for Marshfield. A couple of lefties to get this first inning started. Actually, 3 lefties. You got Dawson Luther as a lefty on deck. Zadowski coming with the fastball, and Zickert follows that one off for strike 1. Similar to what we talked about last night, Spargs, important for the Eau Claire starter, and you could say the same for Marshfield for their starter to get deep into this game.
Yeah, it really helped Eau Claire. They went through 3 earlier today, so 3 arms were kind of used for that game against Green Bay, and so they're going to come back here with AJ. And again, he's used to going deep, so this should really help him.
That one just off the outside corner. It's 1-2. Larry Durkop, the home plate umpire. Tim Wilson manning the bases tonight. Breaking ball that
just missed.
Must have been a bit low. Swing and a miss. Zickert down on strikes.
Good fastball there away, using that black of the outside. Got him to chase after it. Good pitch right there from Zadowski.
Here's the center fielder, Dawson Luther.
The center fielder, Dawson Luther.
You see Zadowski checking that left wrist, is so they've got that transmitter that they can call pitches from the dugout. I was talking a little bit to Logan Zinsmaster about that last night. And
what was his take on it? He liked it?
He's okay with it.
Okay
yeah,
with it, okay.
He's okay with it. He said he hadn't used it a lot. That one lifted to right center. Long run and the dive for Aiden Pankratz. Couldn't quite come up with it.
Boy, you don't see that very often with this outfield. This outfield is fast. Pankratz almost came up with that. We were talking about that last night, Bretto, and how these guys can cover ground. Pankratz almost got to that as he lays out.
Well, I think the difference there, Sparks, is Pankratz was playing deep for the number 3 hitter, Dawson Luther, a left-hander, and the center fielder, Locken, was playing pretty much straight away. Now here's Chase Robinson stepping up to the plate. So it was a really long run for both of those guys, and it was a ball that was semi-shallow and literally right between the 2 outfielders.
Yeah, perfect placement right there. That was, like you said, just a long way to go.
Robinson fouls that one back to the screen. It's 1-1. Nice night here in Eau Claire. Game time temperature 73 degrees. The humidity has moved on.
Yeah, and again, not much wind tonight either. Just a slight breeze.
Yeah, the flag in center field is pretty much hanging there. The pennants here, top the press box, moving a little bit. Good throw by Harris, but the base runner, Luther, had a really great jump.
Yeah, if Harris could put that on the other side of the bag, he's going to slide right into that tag, just a little to the third base side, and he's in there. That's something Marshfield likes to do. We saw that last night. They'd love to take the extra base. They'll steal.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball. Misses up and in, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts in the first inning for A.J. Zadowski. Eau Claire coming to bat. When we return, you're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Whether it is water skiing, baseball, or golf, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all your sports-related injuries this summer, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at ShepkeChiropractic.com. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Blake Rabb on the mound for Marshfield. Matt Konechny is his catcher. Adam Gilbertson at first. Nate Richardson at second base. Chase Robinson at third. Logan Zickert is the shortstop. Outfield left to right. Peyton Weinfurter, Dawson Luther, Jacob Sadowska. Grant Locken to lead it off for Eau Claire. Rob delivers a strike. Hard hit ball right at the shortstop Zickert, who gloves that one for out number one.
Yeah, hit it on the screws, but just right at the shortstop.
Here's Owen Welch, the second baseman.
Second number 11, second baseman Owen Welch.
Welch will be on his way to Milwaukee School of Engineering in the fall. He's going to play baseball down there. High chopper to third. Robinson goes and gets it. The throw across right on the money.
Robinson showing that good arm. That was a high hopper. Could have been a lot closer. He didn't even make it look close. Good job with his arm.
Here's Paxton Bush.
Number 24, the first baseman Paxton Bush.
Paxton Bush, the number 3 hitter. And if I'm going to guess, Sparks, he's going to want to look at a few pitches here, because there are 2 outs on 3 pitches. Rob delivers inside. It's 1-0 to Bush.
Yeah, that's a good call there, Brado. As a hitter, and you know that this has happened in the first inning, only 3 pitches, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to at least take a couple to get him to see some more, make him work a little bit.
Ball on a strike to Bush. That one misses inside, and the count is 2-1.
Took a little off that one. That was a slow curve or a little change up, but he definitely took something off on that pitch.
Chop to first. Adam Gilbertson will do the honors, and Eau Claire is retired 1-2-3. 1 complete here at Carson Park. And we are scoreless between Marshfield and Eau Claire. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Safeguard your personal information and join us for Abbey Bank's free shred day on Wednesday, August 6th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at any Abbey Bank location. Shred your confidential documents for free. And while you're there, help make a difference. Bring a non-perishable food or hygiene item to support your local food pantry. For full details, head to abbeybank.com. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered. At the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Marshfield will send up 5, 6, 7 in its batting order. Adam Gilbertson, Nate Richardson, Matt Konechny against A.J. Zadowski. Zadowski missing inside. 2 Ks for Zadowski in inning number 1. Sandwiched around that base hit to right center by Dawson Luther that Aiden Pankratz, the right fielder, just missed on a diving effort.
A lot of lefties in the top of this order for Marshfield.
We talked about it last night, Sparks. When you play here at Carson Park, when it's 302 down the right field line and you got that short fence, that short porch out there, that's in the mind of the lefty hitters.
You'd think it would have to be, right? Just so much easier to get to it, but it just doesn't happen much.
Well, again, as we've talked about in a lot of our baseball broadcasts, is at this level, the goals did you square up, hit, use the barrel, a little bouncer up the middle, tough play. Blake Buer, off balance throw, got him. Good job by Paxton Bush to hold that foot on the bag.
Yeah, good job both ends. Buer coming in hard to take that, and then flipped it over there, and Bush really bailed him out. That good stretch at first and keeping that toe on it. So good play at both ends.
Here's Nate Richardson, the second baseman, and he bats from the right side. High pop up on the infield. Paxton Bush, the first baseman, makes the grab. 2 down. Going to bring up Matt Konechny.
Number 6, the catcher, Matt Konechny.
Konechny, interesting, Sparks. He was the pitcher last night. We saw Marshfield defeat Green Bay 10-3. You don't see a ton of pitcher-catcher.
Yeah, that's kind of
combos.
tough. Yeah, especially at this level. And he threw a complete game last night.
Yeah.
So hopefully he had a chance to really take care of that shoulder before he caught today. Ooh, good breaking pitch there. Just missed.
Not trying to be the grammar police, Dave. Sorry.
Zadowski, he throws a really hard breaking ball. Like right there.
Yeah, I think he's got a mix, so you're right. I think that's his hard slider, and then he'll come also with the curveball. So tried to go up there with the fastball upstairs to get him a chase. Good. There's that
swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Zadowski in the first 2 innings. Eau Claire coming to bat when we return. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
I referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with his smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They've got a pulse in the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds. They can assist you through each step of the process, making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get with Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. Eau Claire will send up 4, 5, 6 in its batting order. Brady Johnson, Hayden Pankratz, and Blake Buer. Against the right-hander, Blake Rabb. Johnson takes up and in. It's 1-0. Johnson, another guy from this Eau Claire Legion team, will be playing at UW Eau Claire. Lifted high in the air to shallow left. Long run, Peyton Weinfurter, and he makes the grab.
Weinfurter, nice job calling everybody else off right there. That was kind of in one of those Bermuda triangles, wondering who's going to get there. The shortstop was going, center fielder flying after it, and Weinfurter just called them all off early and knew he had it, so good play out there.
He had one of those catches last night as well where he covered a ton of ground. And it was the same kind of thing. It was over the shortstop's head, and there's no way the shortstop was going to get it. Ripped to left by Aiden Pankratz, down the line and into the corner. Pankratz on his way to second base. He will cruise in with a stand-up double.
Yeah, that one was well hit there from Pankratz.
First hit of the ball game for Eau Claire. It's a double off the bat of Aiden Pankratz, and Eau Claire's got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Blake Buer coming to bat.
Batting 6, number 2, the shortstop, Blake Buer.
Buer, base hit to left. They're going to hold Pankratz at third. Back-to-back hits for Eau Claire, and they got something brewing here in the second.
Yeah, jumping on the first pitch.
Batting 7th, number 55, the left fielder, Ty Felstead.
Ty Fjellstad will step in for Eau Claire. Runners at the corners and 1 down. Another guy going after the first pitch. 1-1 now to Fjellstad. Rabb throws the fastball past Fjellstad. It's 0-2.
Yeah, good job there elevating that fastball. Tough to catch up to. He's up 0-2.
If you're Fjellstad, you're just trying to push this ball to the right side and get that run in from third. O2 pitch from Rabb. Missing upstairs, 1-2. 3:19 down the line and left here at Carson Park. 4:05 to straightaway center. 3:02 down the line and right. Fjellstad bouncing ball left side. Marshfield's going to try to turn 2. Fjellstad runs well. He beats it out. Pankratz scores, and Eau Claire grabs a 1-0 lead.
Well, you said it, Brad. Put the ball in play, right? That was the biggest thing with 2 strikes. You've got to make them do something defensively, and he was able to just kind of hit one, a slow roller towards third, and they weren't able to turn it. He drives in a run.
Here's Harrison Haas batting from the left side. Harry Haas from Eau Claire Regis High School.
Good move right there by Rab. He made it close at first.
Yeah, Felstad's got a decent lead over there. A little bigger lead now for Fjellstad. That one off the outside corner. It's a ball and a strike to Harry Haas.
Could get themselves in a situation to try to do a hit and run here. Try to see if they could push to make that defense work a little bit and find a hole.
Bouncing ball right side. Nate Richardson gobbles it up, goes to first for the out, but Eau Claire does pick up a run, and after two, Eau Claire leads Marshfield 1-0. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, more. For every room, every door, and every window, place your trust in SOS Security. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. 8-9-1 in the Marshfield lineup. Coming up to bat here in the third inning, Bryce Shoddy to lead things off. Takes a strike from A.J. Zadowski.
Zadowski's been working fast and getting ahead, which are all things to make him successful.
Yeah, it's all about timing. Wasn't it Satchel Paige that talked about that?
Yeah.
Your job as a pitcher is to upset the timing of the hitter. Harrison Haas makes a nice running grab. Key there for Haas, he broke right away. Tracked that ball well, took the right angle, and made the grab. Here's Peyton Weinfurter.
Yeah, I was waiting for that ESPN music to kick in after that catch.
Yeah, that was nice.
Beauty.
That was nice.
Yeah, I thought Joel might have pulled that one up for us. He wasn't ready for it.
Well, with Joe Anderson, we expect him to sing.
Yeah, he hasn't done that this weekend.
No, he's slacking. You know,
folks, he can sing too. It's a pleasure to listen to him sing this.
Weinfurter to center, right at Grant Locken, who makes the grab. 2 down. Here in the third, and back to the top of the order, Jacob Sadowska, who bounced back to pitcher A.J. Zadowski. Two down, nobody on here in the top of the third for Marshfield. Ball and a strike now to Jacob Sadowska. That one low, it's 2-1. Yeah, and here's Sadowska, second time through the order from Marshfield, leadoff hitter after the first two guys were retired on a total of 5 pitches. That one lifted left side, long run over there, and Fjellstead could not make the grab. He was dealing with the bullpen mounds over there as well as the fence.
Yeah, he had a lot to navigate over there. Long run first off, and like you said, he was dealing with the mound, the pitching area, and the fence was coming up on him quick. It was a tough play. Just couldn't quite come up with it.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The count on Jacob Sadowska. Breaking ball that missed someplace.
Yeah, it had the infield walking off and had AJ walking off the mound. He wanted that call.
I'm going to guess a little low maybe?
Yeah, he came with that backdoor breaking ball.
3-2 pitch. And that one missing upstairs, and it's a walk to Sadowska. So the second base runner in the ball game for Marshfield.
And look for him to steal second base here, or at least attempt it, right? They want to get a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and they are very aggressive on the base pass.
Logan Zeckert, the batter, he struck out swinging in the first. Zeckert taking up and in for ball 1. Quick move by Sadowska is now got himself a dirty uniform.
Yeah, you're doing a nice job with those 2 names, by the
Well,
way.
I mean,
back to back.
I mean, look at my last name.
Yeah,
Sadowska had taken a step that time.
He's taking a walking lead, folks, which means he's not stopping. He's actually trying to keep his momentum going so that if he delivers home, he's got momentum just to take off. And that's what AJ is trying to prevent. He's trying to make him set his feet so he doesn't have that good jump. Yeah, I have not heard that.
No, I've not heard that one either. That's a
you got to tell folks what we just heard on that one.
Swing and a miss. Throw down by Harris is a good one, but Sadowska just beats the throw. Yeah, after that last pickoff attempt, somebody from the Marshfield bench yelled, "Leave him alone."
Too many throws over. I thought he was getting picked on. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
That was funny. And then, of course, he takes the bag the very next
Yeah,
pitch.
right. Yeah. So Sadowska, who runs well in scoring position, Zickert, 1-1 pitch.
Well,
that misses.
Yeah, he's just not getting that call. He's trying to go those backdoor breaking balls, and he's just not getting it.
That breaking ball catches the inside part of the plate. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second, Logan Zickert at the plate. That wrinkle misses a little bit inside. The count runs full.
Came with a breaking pitch there at 3-2.
A very half-hearted attempt by Marshfield coach Josh Metz over there at third base. Known Josh for quite a long time. He bouncing ball up the middle. Buer ranging over. Throw in time.
Nice play by Buer there.
Marshfield threatens, does not score. Eau Claire coming to bat, bottom 3 when we return You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfence.com. Bottom of the third. Eau Claire to send up 9-1-2 in its batting order. This is Jack Harris at the plate, and he takes strike one from Blake Rabb. Two balls and a strike to Harris. Eau Claire Memorial product.
Yeah, he had a good season, not the season he wanted. He was actually injured for a lot of that and had to battle through that, but was healthy for the stretch run, and he really looks good this summer.
The kind of kid who just always seems like he's in a good mood, loves being at the ballpark. He's always getting dirty, doesn't mind blocking pitches, and doing everything that you expect out of a catcher, and he works the walk there.
I think you hit it right on the head. I don't think he'd be any other place but at the ballpark. Like you said, you walk in here, you see him just running around with a grin on his face, loves doing what he's doing, and I think that's why he enjoys being a catcher, is he's so much more involved in the game. He is fun to watch.
Courtesy runner for the catcher Harris is number 1, Titan Miller. Back to the top of the order, Grant Locken. He lined out to the shortstop, Zickert. Locken takes a strike. It's kind of waiting for the leave him alone to come from the Eau Claire dugout this time. Maybe they're thinking of something original. Who knows? Big cut by Locken, comes up empty. He's just behind in the count, 0-2. I think you could file Locken in that same category. Just loves being at the ballpark. Just one of those guys that just loves playing ball.
Yeah, needs to continue on, like you said, going down to a JUCO route.
Southeastern Community College down in Iowa is where Grant Locken is headed.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to his parents last season, actually, and told them, listen, he's an outstanding player. If he's not getting where he wants to go, don't forget about the JUCO route. A great way to continue playing a high level of baseball and maybe get seen to progress up to a D1 or D2.
Lifted in the air right side, Adam Gilbertson in foul territory makes the grab. Good pitch that time by Rabb. Not a whole lot Locken could do with that.
Second baseman, Owen Welch.
Yeah, two guys from this Eau Claire Legion team last year, Sawyer Stein, Leo Lauscher, both went the JUCO route.
And I think Sawyer actually went to Southeastern. If
I believe you're correct, yeah.
He had a great season. He had about 9 home runs and hit like 350. He had an outstanding season down there.
Here's Owen Welch. Welch bounced out on a 5-3 put out. Nice play over there at third by Chase Robinson. Titan Miller, the courtesy runner, getting dirty over there at first.
Yeah, he's got a good lead over there.
Welch takes a strike.
Rabb does a nice job coming home out of the stretch, though. He's not a high leg kick. He's more of a slide step, so that makes him quicker getting home.
Welch takes another strike. That one on the outside corner. It's 0-2. So Rabb, the pitcher, going right after the top two guys in this Eau Claire order after the leadoff walk to Jack Harris. Checks wing, and Welch holds up. It's 1-2.
Good pitch, though, right? 0-2. Try to see if you can get him to chase something just off the plate.
Welch, hard hit ball right up the middle. Titan Miller will hold at second. He had to wait to see if that ball would be caught.
He did, and a good job base running there by Miller. Like you taught, he hit the brakes on that line drive. You have to make sure that gets through because that was not too far away from that second baseman. So good base running, slammed on the brakes, got through, then he headed into second base. Last thing you wanted there was to get doubled off.
So first and second, one out. Here's Paxton Bush. Bush bounced out to the first baseman Gilbertson to end the first. Takes that one off the plate. It's 1-0. That one also off the plate. 2-0 to Bush.
Bush in the driver's seat right here. He's got to look for his pitch.
Had a good pitch to hit there and sent that one foul out of play. It's 2-1. Bush to the right side. Richardson will go to second. They get one there.
That's a nice play by Richardson right there. It's in the hole towards first base. Opens up his hips, fires that over to second to get that runner. That's a nice play.
So that'll leave it up to Brady Johnson. Johnson flew out to left fielder Peyton Weinfurter. Start the second inning for Eau Claire. Comes up with runners at the corners.
Chance to add on here with 2 outs. Got a runner at third.
Rabb delivers a strike. Yeah, I agree with you, Sparks, on that previous play. Nate Richardson, the second baseman, did a really nice job on that grounder. If you're the defensive team, you'd rather have runners at the corners than runners at second and third.
Yeah, the key there is it just allows you that another base to have a force out. So anything up the middle, you don't have to make that long throw. You can make that short toss to second. And if all of a sudden he does get a base hit, it's only scoring 1 instead of 2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Eau Claire batting, leading 1-0, looking for more. Runner goes, throw down. Here comes the double steal, and it's going to work.
Play. He's back in there.
Safe at first. How about that by Paxton Bush?
Bush, nice job drawing the throw down to second, allowing Harris to score, and then he stays in that rundown, was able to get back before the throw got him.
Yeah, well executed by Eau Claire. Titan Miller, the courtesy runner, coming across to score, and last pitch was ruled a ball, so now Brady Johnson looking at a 1-2 count.
Yeah, if you're the Marshfield coach, you're pretty disappointed you didn't at least get Bush out. You can give up the run, but you've got to get that out at first.
Bouncing ball up the middle, and that sneaks through.
And there's a great example why you want to get out of that inning. They're willing to sacrifice him to get that run across. You've got to take that out. Now, Eau Claire keeps the inning alive with a base knock up the middle by Brady Johnson.
4th hit of the game for Eau Claire. And here's Aiden Pankratz, singled and scored in the second.
Actually doubled Brado. He went down the line.
Correct, yeah. That's
probably one of the best hit balls today. It was ripped into the corner.
I'm not going to blame dim lighting for my... That's my own scorebook. I wrote it as a double, and okay.
That happens.
Yeah, you know.
Again.
Hard hit ball, and it's stabbed by the third baseman, Chase Robertson, and that likely saved a run. Eau Claire does pick up one more run, and after 3 complete, your score, Eau Claire 2, Marshfield 0. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. Top of the 4th inning, Marshfield will send up 3-4-5 in its lineup. Dawson Luther, Chase Robinson, Adam Gilbertson against the righty, A.J. Zadowski, who's allowed no runs on 1 hit through the first 3 innings.
Yeah, Luther's got the lone single from Marshfield. Right now, Zadowski's gone 3 innings and just allowed that 1 hit.
Yeah, I came back in the first inning with 2 outs. It was a single, and then Luther stole the base, but was left there at second. Breaking ball. That one catches the corner.
Yeah, I finally got that backdoor breaking ball. He can get that pitch. He'll be tough.
And Sparks, that's something you know, both your boys pitched. And as a pitcher, you've got to understand the strike zone that the umpire that day has.
You got to adjust to it every time. You're right.
Swing and a miss. Luther down on strikes. And sometimes that can be a difficult thing for a pitcher.
Oh, absolutely. And again, the quicker you make that adjustment, the less you have to worry about it. So if you're going to sit there, be concerned about what he's going to call, what he's not going to call, the sooner you realize where his zone is, the lot better you're going to be.
Here's Chase Robinson. Takes that one outside from A.J. Zadowski. And also as a pitcher, you kind of have to keep those emotions in check. You know, you're disappointed. You think, hey, that was a strike, and it wasn't called a strike, but you have to kind of be able to move on from that.
Yeah, we talked a lot about reset. You know, you could be disappointed about a call, didn't get a call, or something happening. You have to have the ability on that mound to hit like a reset button. And you'll see a lot of times pitchers walk off, get off the mound, come back up, and that's what they're doing. They're just kind of hitting that reset button.
Zadowski goes with the breaking ball, missed outside. It's interesting that he kind of looked at that pitch relay system a couple times on the wrist and actually shot a glance over into the dugout. Popped up. Zadowski, the pitcher, calling for it, and then it drops.
Yeah, tough sky. This is one of those times at night where you could lose it up there if it gets above the lights, and that one was way up there. Obviously, you'd rather have Paxton Bush take that coming in from first, but AJ he's a great player. He knows how to play the game. He could certainly handle a fly ball, and that one just got past him.
Yeah, it was kind of equidistant there, that either Zadowski could have got there or Bush could have got there, but Zadowski had that break. He saw it all the way, and like you said, Sparks, I just think that ball was hit so high it got over the lights. And as it started curling back, Zadowski wasn't able to adjust. Line drive right to the first baseman, Bush, who steps on the bag, and Eau Claire gets out of that. Double play turned by Eau Claire. They will come to bat bottom four when we return. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. 6-7-8 coming up for Eau Claire here in the bottom of the fourth. Blake Buer, Ty Fjellstad, Harry Haas to face the right-hander Blake Rabb, who's pitched well, has scattered 4 hits through the first 3 innings, has given up the 2 runs, but giving his team a chance. Rabb delivers up and into Buer, and it's 2-0. Here's a strike, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Blake Buer out of Eau Claire Memorial. He's probably one of the better shortstops in the area. We've had a chance to watch him since he was a sophomore starting at that shortstop spot. And he is so fluid over there and with a really good arm.
Yeah, moved into the starting lineup for the old days when he was a sophomore. And one hopper to Zickert, spins, throws right on the money.
Well played. That one was hit on the screws. Took 2 steps to his left. Gathered himself. Strong throw.
Bring up Ty Fjellstad. Reached on a fielder's choice.
Yeah,
back in the second.
He's got one of the RBIs off that,
yes,
too.
He did.
Put it in play with 2 strikes.
Breaking ball, missing inside, 1-0. One and 1 the count to Fjellstad. Nightfall here in Eau Claire. Temperatures dipped just a little bit. 69 degrees, still very, very comfortable. In the beginning of the week, the weather forecast for this tournament didn't look all that good, but as we got closer to Friday, it definitely got better, and looks like we're going to be able to get everything in without any weather disruptions.
Yeah, you're right. I remember checking it about Tuesday, wondering how they were going to get all these in with all the rain they're expecting.
3-2 pitch, loop to right field, and it drops. Gets past Sadowska. Fjellstedt hustling. He makes the turn at second. And Ty Fjellstedt is safe at third. Where Sadowska, I think, initially took a step back. That ball kind of came off the end of the bat.
Yeah, it was.
Made a heck of an effort, but just came up just a bit short.
You're right. He took that drop step first, a little hesitation, and all of a sudden realized it was not traveling as far as he thought, tried to recover, lays out, and it get past him. And how about Fjellstedt showing off the wheels? I thought that was a stand-up double, and he made it into third easy.
Here's Harry Haas with the infield in, 1 out.
Yeah, Marshfield can't give up another run here. They want to try to cut him off at home.
Haas takes a strike, is 1-1. Haas puts down the bunt. It's a good one. Rab has it. The throw. Got him.
Rab just showing off the athleticism right there. We know what a three-sport athlete he is, and pounced off that mound. That was supposed to be a safety squeeze, I'm assuming. But the runner on third just did not go, so he was hesitated, didn't go, and they threw him out at first. I got to think he was got to be more aggressive. If you're going to bunt in that situation, that runner's got to be coming.
Yeah, either that or try to bunt that one down the line. Make the third baseman go get it. Popped up. Rab calling for it, makes the catch. So Eau Claire is retired. 4 complete here at Carson Park. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Security Financial Bank, SFB, whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Marshfield will send up 6, 7, 8 in their batting order. Nate Richardson, Matt Konieczny, Bryce Shoddy against the right-hander A.J. Zadowski. He's working on a 2-hitter through 4 innings. Back in the second inning, Zanowski got Richardson to pop up. to the first baseman, Paxton Bush.
And he gets ahead of him here, 1-2.
Richardson wouldn't chase that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full to Nate Richardson.
Big pitch here now. We don't want to. Marshfield's trying to start out the inning with a base runner.
Swing and a miss. Sadowski went up and in, and Richardson couldn't lay off that one.
Yeah, it's a big out there. Again, you want to keep that leadoff hitter off the bases. Good job by Zadowski.
5th strikeout for A.J. Zadowski. Here is Matt Konechny. Struck out to end the 2nd.
Well, you go back to Konechny yesterday making that pitching performance that he had. Gave up 2 runs in the first. Got out of it with a great double play ball in the first, and then he just cruised the rest of those 6 innings afterwards. He was fun to watch.
There's another one right on the corner, and Konechny finds himself in an 0-2 hole against Zadowski. Bouncing ball to third. Haas has it. The throw across in time.
And Haas feels great about that throw. Young man had the yips last night. He launched 2 of them over the first base, so he made that great play there, and he was happy to see the throw land where he wanted it.
Yeah, he just a step and throw. He did it in rhythm and right in the mitt of the first baseman, Paxton Bush. So here is Bryce Shoddy batting with nobody on and 2 outs.
And it must have missed his foot. He's asking, like, did it hit him?
We're going to go down to the first baseman, her first base umpire, Tim Wilson, who says, yep, that hit Shoddy on the foot, so a hit by pitch.
How about Tim Wilson with the eyes? Well, eagle eyes down there at first.
Some people would be amazed that Wilson and I are actually made it to the ballpark today, given that we played in a 50 over league doubleheader today.
I was going to say, at least he has had his full of baseball, too, today. He was behind the dish the last game.
Yeah, we just get to talk. We got it easy. Here is Peyton Weinfurter, and on the appeal, it's a strike.
Now Marshfield's not too sure that Wilson has eagle eyes.
Well,
he got the call on a hit by pitch and didn't like that check swing one.
From where I sit, I thought Weinfurter, I thought the bat went over. There's a line drive, and it's gloved by Blake. Let's try this again. Blake Buer. Marshfield retired in the 5th. Eau Claire coming to bat when we return. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Mancino's Grinders and Pizza has been a family tradition for almost 30 years. For the best sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. Bottom 5 here at Carson Park. Top of the order for Eau Claire. Grant Locken to lead things off. Locken tonight 0 for 2.
Eau Claire looking to add on here. Now you're at bottom of the 5th. You're up 2-0, but you got the top of the order. This is the 3rd time now they're going to see him.
That one catches the inside corner. It's 1-1. High chopper. It's over the head of the third baseman, Robinson. Locken takes a big turn. He'll hold at first.
Boy, the high chopper getting up over the third baseman's head for the single.
Locken now 1 for 3. Here is Owen Welch. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Eau Claire wants to maybe put a bunt down to move him up. Again, they're just looking to tack on 1 if they can.
Third baseman Robinson even with the bag. Welch takes a strike. Yeah, I think it's something you think about.
Yeah, Eau Claire doesn't do a lot of it, though. Let's be honest, through the years, that's just something they really haven't done. They like to give the kids a chance to swing it.
Yeah, they'll steal bases, but they're not a real, heavy bunting team.
And as we say that,
there's the bunt, but it bounces foul. Well, I think the thing with Welch is Welch has got good enough wheels that he could conceivably beat something out. So at worst, you move the runner over. At best, you get 2 on.
yeah, now he finds himself on a whole 0-2, though.
Yeah, so that would likely take the bunt off, and you'd have to be in protect mode. See how Rab works to Welch here, ahead in the count 0-2. Now they got the runner hung up. Locking in a rundown. And he will be tagged out.
Tell you what, Locken made a mistake right there. Not only did he get picked behind, all he had to do was keep going. So when he saw that throw go to first, he's just got to put his head down and bust it into second base. He might beat that throw. That was his best option out of those choices.
So 1 out now, nobody on. 1-2 to Owen Welch. Little squibber. Rab will field and throw to first.
Well, just like that, after having the leadoff hit around with a single, 1 pitch later, they've got 2 outs.
Here is Paxton Bush.
First baseman Paxton Bush.
Reached last time up on a fielder's choice. Takes a strike from Blake Rab. Well, as we said last inning, Rab is giving his team a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's given up the 2 runs, given up the 6 hits. But he's made key pitches when he's needed to.
Yeah, he stayed away from the big inning. There's no crooked numbers, just a 1 in the second and 1 in the third.
That one off the plate. It's 1-2. Another one off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Threw that fastball just outside, trying to get him to chase. Good job by Bush, letting it go.
There's another one off the plate, and the count is full. Bush trying to go opposite field there. Count remains 3-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Paxton Bush is going to drop one in to right field for a base hit. Good at bat by Paxton Bush there.
Yeah, it really was. He fell down 0-2, stayed off those outside pitches, and then fouled them off and got himself a pitch he could handle with a nice base hit.
Here's Brady Johnson, 1 for 2 with a single. 7 hits now for Eau Claire. Johnson's going to put that one onto the fan deck. Bouncing ball to short. Knocked down by Zickert. He'll throw to first, and he throws low. The lead runner, Bush, will advance to third.
Yeah, it took a tricky hop. That last hop came up on him. Actually hit him right in the bare hand on that thumb. And then by the time he recovered and made that throw, it was in the dirt and it gets away. Eau Claire with first and third now and 2 outs.
And with that, we're going to get a meeting on the mound. We'll take the opportunity to tell you that Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. So how big was that, the inability to get the bunt down? And then Locken getting picked off. Yeah.
And now Marshfield's taking an opportunity here to kind of discuss this first and third situation again. Last time they were in this, Eau Claire ran a delayed steal from first, drew the throw, and then they were able to score the runner from third as the rundown happened, and they didn't even get the out from the rundown.
Here's Aiden Pankratz. 1 for 2 in this ball game with the run scored. Batting with 2 outs, runners at the corners. Pankratz takes low. Good job by Konechny, the catcher there, just trying to smother that ball that was in the dirt. High chopper. It's gloved by Robinson. Long throw right on the money. Nicely done at third base by Chase Robinson. Eau Claire threatens. Does not score in the 5th. 5 complete here at Carson Park. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Safeguard your personal information and join us for Abbey Bank's free shred day on Wednesday, August 6th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at any Abbey Bank location. Shred your confidential documents for free. And while you're there, help make a difference. Bring a non-perishable food or hygiene item to support your local food pantry. For full details, head to abbeybank.com. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup. And Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
We move to inning number 6 here at Carson Park. Marshfield coming to bat. Top of 6, trailing Eau Claire by a score of 2-0. Marshfield will send up the top of its order. Jacob Sadowska, Logan Zickert, Dawson Luther against A.J. Zadowski, who has pitched 5 shutout innings, scattering 2 hits. Breaking ball misses upstairs to Sadowska. 0 for 1. He also walked in the third, stole a base. Strike from Zadowski makes the count 1-1. 5 strikeouts for A.J. Sadowski in the first 5 innings.
Yeah, we're in the 6th there, and Marshfield yet to push a run across. Let's not forget, Marshfield last night put up 10 runs, and earlier today put up 7. It's a good hitting team.
Little roller. Zadowski has it. The throw in time. And sawed him off that time with that fastball up and in. Zadowski, though, runs so well. Made it a close play at first. Here's Logan Zickert, who's 0 for 2. Big swing by Zickert, comes up empty. It's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to Zickert.
That's a real good fastball. You came inside last time. You go away with that fastball, like you said, right on the outside edge.
Zickert wouldn't chase that outside pitch. It's 1-2. Another fastball at Zickert laid off of, and the count is even 2-2. 3 straight balls delivered by A.J. Zadowski. Zickert keeps the at-bat going there.
Yeah, Zickert's having a good at-bat. He fell behind 0-2. He's run it to a full count.
And he works the walk. So Zickert is aboard. Zadowski trying to catch that inside corner. Wasn't a bad pitch, but
didn't miss by
Zickert
much.
laid off. Yeah. So here's Dawson Luther. Luther has one of the 2 hits. That coming back in the first inning. Also struck out in the 4th. Zickert, a threat to steal. Good wheels over there at first base. Bouncing ball, and that gets through on the left side. Base hit, Dawson Luther, and Marshfield has something cooking here in the top of the 6th. 2 on with 1 out. And the number 4 hitter, Chase Robinson, coming up. Robinson struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th. And with that, we're going to get a visit from pitching coach Jeff Dykes.
Yeah, you go back to that Zickert at bat where he fell down 0-2. Was able to claw way back into it and actually draw a walk. Really kind of set the tone for this inning. As he draws that walk, and then it gets followed by Luther with a single. Now, like you talked about, Marshfield now with a good threat here on the top of the 6th.
And Marshfield's had base runners in 4 of the first 5 innings. The only time they were retired in order was the second. But this is the first time Marshfield's had 2 base runners on in a single inning. You touched on it, Sparks. This is a team that put up 10 runs yesterday against Green Bay, scored 7 runs against Winona earlier today. Chase Robinson takes outside. And that one, base hit to left. They're going to send the runner. Throw from Fjellstad. Close. They got him.
Oh, Marshfield's not happy with that call. They don't think he tagged him. I think the throw got there, but I'm not sure the ball got down to the tag in time. And the coach is not happy. He wants an explanation on that. But Fjellstad throws him out from left field.
So a base hit from Robinson. Zickert retired. 7-2 on that putout. It was a heck of a throw from Fjellstad.
He even bobbled it out there in left field, so I really thought it was like, you got to give this run up, cut that off, and get the guy at third, but they let it go through, and good thing. Great tag right there by Jack Harris, and they get the out at home.
So here's Adam Gilbertson. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Fights that one off, sends it foul, 0-1.
Yeah, big moment here in the 6th inning. Great defensive play by Eau Claire, but now here with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position, Sadowski looking to get out of this.
Gilbertson 0 for 2. He lined into a tough luck double play in the 4th. Hit one right on the nose, but it wound up right in the glove of Paxton Bush, who stepped down the bag for the unassisted double play. 1-1 pitch. It's a little roller. Zadowski has it. Underhanded flip to first for the outs. Marshfield threatens but does not score. Eau Claire coming to bat, bottom 6. When we return, you're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Final game of day 2 of this 29th annual River City Classic Invitational. It's been a good one. Eau Claire with single runs in the 2nd and the 3rd to lead Marshfield 2-0. Marshfield had its best scoring opportunity last inning, but had a runner thrown out at the plate. 6, 7, 8 in the Eau Claire lineup. Coming to bat, here's Blake Buer. Nice stab, Chase Robinson. And the throw across.
Good job attacking that ground ball right there, taking it on a real short hop, makes it a lot easier. Good play.
Yeah, Robinson has made some very nice plays in this tournament.
Boy, he's looked very good at third base, no doubt about it, Prado.
So here's Ty Fjellstad. Fjellstad is the left fielder who threw out the runner at home to keep Marshfield off the board in the top half of this inning. Claire is, you talked about it, Sparks, in our open, that they need to play a clean game defensively, and they've done that so far. Made some really nice plays to back up the outstanding pitching from A.J. Zadowski. 0-2 now to Fjellstad. Fjellstedt bounces one to the third baseman Robinson, who scoops that one. And the throw just in time. A couple of 5-3 putouts for Marshfield here in the 6th inning. That's going to bring it Harry Haas for Eau Claire. Haas 0 for 2. He's made contact both times. Bounced out to second and back to the pitcher. Rab working quickly, wants to get his guys back up to bat. Eau Claire does have a right-hander warming up in its bullpen. Bouncing ball to third. Robinson. Another 5-3 putout. 3 of them in that inning. We move to the 7th inning here at Carson Park with Eau Claire leading Marshfield 2-0. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We are back at Carson Park. Top of the 7th inning. Marshfield coming to bat and trailing Eau Claire by a score of 2-0. Marshfield will send up 6, 7, 8 in their lineup. Nate Richardson, Matt Konechny, Bryce Shoddy against A.J. Zadowski, who's pitched to Jim. Scattered 3 hits, struck out 5. And Richardson wears that one, and Marshfield has a runner on with nobody out.
Exactly what Marshfield was looking to do. Just get that lead runner on and make some things happen.
So now the tying run comes to the plate, Matt Konechny. Eau Claire does have a right-hander warming up in its bullpen. Ball and 2 strikes now to Konechny. One-two pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle. Buer has it. The flip to Welch. The relay in time.
Oh, you talk about your tailor-made double plays. Up the middle and hard hit. So Buer with a nice job just picking it. Little flip. And Welch throwing it across. Well done by Eau Claire.
Zadowski able to get that double play grounder. Now it's up to Bryce Shoddy. Shoddy was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Zadowski coming up and in and missing inside. 1-0.
Well, if you're Zadowski, this is where you want to end it. You've got 8 and 9 here coming up. You do not want to come around to the top of that order.
Fouled back over the press box here at venerable Carson Park. That one hit the bat. Haas will throw over and safe at first.
Well, the home plate umpire put his arms out like it was a dead ball situation, and then they kind of went on and played it, and he didn't say anything. So let's see if they talk about this at all. Yeah, he's going to talk with Wilson on the bases there and see what they're going to make this happen. He put his hands out like it was a dead ball situation, but it looked like it went off the knob of the bat.
I thought that hit the bat, and it stayed in fair territory. Haas, the third baseman, I think he saw the umpire put the hands up, so he's assuming dead ball.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, the shotty took off. And Haas kind of short-armed it over to first, pulled Paxton Bush off the bag.
They're going to let it stand.
So it's going to have to be ruled an E5, so each team with one error now. And here's Peyton Weinfurter coming up to bat, but first Mark Faunus is going to go chat with the home plate umpire Larry Durkup.
Yeah, the confusing part about all this was that when that ball went forward, the home plate umpire put his hands out wide, and usually that indicates it's a dead ball situation.
So the discussion is over. Marshfield still alive. Weinfurter at the plate representing the tying run in a 2-run ball game. Weinfurter 0 for 2.
But he had a good at bat last time as he lined one right at the shortstop.
Lifted in the air.
Trouble, Bretto.
Harry Haas not going to get it, but it's a foul ball. Meantime, the runner's going to circle the bases, but
yeah, it was clearly
that's a foul ball.
Yeah, that was clearly foul. I don't know what Marshfield's all worked up about.
Well, Shoddy got some running in. He will head back to first, and Weinfurter will go back into the box. Boy, another one of those balls hit to no man's land, and Haas did everything he could, and then Fjellstedt was charging in.
Yeah, Haas almost came up with that. That was a tough play over his shoulder, but that did land about a half a foot foul.
Chet's swing, foul back to the screen, and now Marshfield is down to its final strike. 1-2 the count to Peyton Weinfurter. That one low. Good job by Harris behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A defensive swing there to stay alive.
Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at first. Top of 7 in a 2-0 ball game. And that one missing just low. Zanowski wanted that one. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shoddy, the runner, will be in motion here.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting if he can get on. Boy, you'll the first and second. And with the leadoff hitter coming up next.
Quick throw and a nice tag by Bush over there. Just to keep Shoddy honest over there.
Yeah, to see if they could catch him leaning with, like you said, with a full count 2 out. He's going to take off. This time now they put Bush behind, knowing that he's got a free run here.
Strike 3 called.
Got the high strike call.
And that's how this one ends. Eau Claire gets a shutout from A.J. Zadowski and knocks off Marshfield. An outstanding baseball game. 2-0 is the final. Sparks, this is everything we thought it would be.
Well, every game this weekend, right, Brad? You talked about it in the pregame. How everything has come right down to the last inning. And here again, Eau Claire's able to hold on and win it 2-0. Just a well-pitched game, well played, good defense this time. Eau Claire played much better defensively, and we talked about that was one of the keys, is they had to keep Marshfield off the bases and make plays, and they did, and able to hang on to that 2-0 win.
Well, what it means, Sparks, is that Eau Claire now is 2-1. Marshfield is 2-1.
And De Pere
is 2-1. Again, this you just look at the scores of this tournament and the games we've seen. This is really evenly matched between these 5 teams. And that's what makes this such a fun tournament year in, year out. You're getting some high-end programs, and the caliber of baseball is awfully good.
Yeah, we talked about that too, right? When we started out this tournament, we're like, who's your favorite? Who do you think's got the advantage? And we really thought this was going to be just an even matchup every single game, and it sure played out that way.
So Eau Claire wins it 2-0, and that'll wrap up day 2 of this River City Classic Invitational. 3 games on tap tomorrow. Green Bay Hornets versus Winona at 11 a.m. At 1:30, Marshfield versus De Pere. We'll have that one for you on Zaleski Sports, and we'll also have the 4 p.m. game, Winona versus Eau Claire. Coming up next, the postgame show. Brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on a prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athletes in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That's coming up next. You've been watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Oh, look at that. Thanks. There you go. We actually played a couple games in Menominee today. Our 50 and over team played. So the base off Tim Wilson played for us.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we were over there. We played St. Louis Park.
Oh, gotcha.
Because we usually play at Altoona, but that field was being used. So.
Gotcha.
All right, welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Eau Claire coming away with a 2-0 win over Marshfield in the River City Classic, joined by A.J. Zadowski. No runs, you gave up 4 hits, hit a couple guys, but you struck out 6. You walked 1. What was working well for you tonight?
Fastball most of the time was there. The curveball was definitely there for sure the whole game. I was working on a 2-seam right now, so that's kind of where I was hitting guys. But it's kind of the time to learn before college starts up. So.
Tell me about the defense behind you. There are a couple times Buer and Welch turned a really nice double play that kind of helped, but that's got to give you confidence up there as a pitcher, knowing that you got guys behind you that can make plays.
Yeah, no, for sure. Outfield definitely never had more confidence in those guys. Yeah, like you said, Buer at shortstop, he made a lot of plays today, and then, yeah, that double play definitely picked energy back up from, I think I walked or hit the guy before that or something like that. So, yeah, I got to give you a lot of credit to those guys for this big win that we got here.
For you guys, how important was it to get a W because of the way this tournament had turned out? You lost that tough one earlier today, but you're able to bounce back tonight against a really good Marshfield team.
Yeah, no, it was it's definitely a big game. So we got to win the one tomorrow to win the whole thing, and this is giving us good momentum to go into that game. So
you get to be in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. You remember how this goes, so I'm going to hand this to you as soon as Joe Anderson gives you the thumbs up top there. You can take it away.
Might need another refresh.
I'm A.J. Zadowski, and I'm in the house.
Gotcha. I'm A.J. Zadowski, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, A.J. We'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon then. All right, appreciate it. So we will have 2 games for you tomorrow on Zaleski Sports. We will have Marshfield's game and Eau Claire's game as we wrap up the 29th annual River City Classic American Legion Baseball Tournament here at Carson Park. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for Joe Anderson, our producer, videographer, I'm Bob Radovich, saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire. You've been watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.